Welcome to CFRI's Cystic Fibrosis Community Voices, a video podcast series created by and for the cystic fibrosis community.
Everyone knows who you are. You wear your fame like a scar.
My name is Isa Stenzel Burns. I am an adult with cystic fibrosis and I'm from Redwood City, California.
My name is Ricky Albano. I'm from northern New Jersey and I have cystic fibrosis.
My name's Colleen. I have cystic fibrosis. Two of my cousins also have cystic fibrosis. I come from Philadelphia.
I think I first learned about the retreat through the newsletter, the CFRI newsletter. It was 3 years ago, I'm not even clear. I think that's where it first came up. And that was really my first legitimate above board connection with anybody else who had cystic fibrosis. So that was really important, just as a person with something that's kind of unusual, to meet other people that have something that's kind of unusual about them.
I heard about the retreat from CFRI, and actually I've been part of a CF camp since I was 11 years old. And in the late 90s, camp became retreat only for young adults and adults who were mature enough to follow the strict cross-infection guidelines. So I've been attending CF retreat now for 18 years.
From coming to retreat, I was hoping to gain connection. Like, you can tell people what you're going through and people can be sympathetic to your situation. But when it's people who actually have gone through what you're going through, the connection and just understanding that comes from them is so much more valuable than even your own family members who are trying to understand but don't really know how to respond because they're going through it with you. And to meet people that have already gone through things that I currently face, that's for me the best part about coming here.
All the activities are my favorite. It's hard, you couldn't pick one. We do a lot of just getting to know one another. We have individual or group sessions where we kind of just talk about what's going on in our lives.
So my favorite activity, we call it late night arts and crafts. We do some creative stuff, but really it's just an excuse to sit around together after the day full of activities, which are also great. But just to sit around together and digest how the day went, what you thought of the activities, and talk about our own lives and stuff.
I feel very safe. Mainly it's because everybody who comes here has to submit a sputum culture result, and they cannot have some of the dangerous bacteria. So I know that everybody has been screened and that we are as sort of infection-free as possible. I also am a transplant patient. I am immune suppressed, so I'm extra susceptible to infection. But because of the 6-foot rule, and because we're not allowed to touch each other or share bedrooms or bathrooms, because we have people who serve food for us, I feel very safe. I also feel like this is an environment where people with CF are properly educated on how to interact with each other. So I feel actually safer here than I do out in the community if I meet another person with CF.
Generally, if we stay 6 feet away from each other and have our volunteers wiping down the arms of chairs and serving our food so that we don't touch the same utensils, I see them wiping down the doorknobs. Our volunteers really make sure that nothing I touch can be touched by someone else who has CF. I think that here, there's not really a concern.
So I come to retreat because this is where I learn how to survive with this disease. There are so many bits of information that I cannot get from a medical provider. I get from my friends with CF who are living day by day.
They have to learn more. Yeah. So you get connected with any one of the CFRI people anyway. You know, there's a little group on Facebook, or just reach out.
And I feel like we need to teach each other, we need to understand each other, and we need to belong, because CF is not a fatal disease. Isolation is a fatal disease. And so by being together, we can learn how to survive and thrive with this very difficult illness.